The White House is basically telling us what to buy as US investors. So, in this video, I'm going to break down 10 stocks that I think are going to perform exceptionally well because the White House and everybody that is rallying behind these stocks want them to do well. And if there's anything we've learned, in the stock market, is that you have to pay attention to what the powers that be are saying, what they're doing, the moves they're making. There's all kind of trackers now, and I've basically compiled a bunch of the data. There's 10 stocks that I think need to be on everybody's radar, and I want as many people to see this video as possible. If you could help us out by hitting the like button and subscribing to the channel, I know you guys are going to get a ton of value here. And let's get in. We start at number one with Intel. Now, Intel, this is massive exposure to the United States semiconductor manufacturing space with exposure to the global semiconductor market projected to exceed $1 trillion at some point in 2026. The United States government has invested almost $6 billion here already. And Intel currently trading at, $90 a share off of its highs from 140. I think this is a phenomenal opportunity. Again, long-term thinking here, right? This isn't like a day trade. This is more of like value investing, but still great upside for the next, 5 years, right? So that's where I wanted to start with Intel. The next one is a much smaller market cap, but it is ONDS. And by the way, you're going to see some themes here as we go through all of these stocks because the White House is literally telling us that there's one big market theme. We have to look at space, we have to look at defense, we've got to look at AI, and we've got to look at critical minerals and energy, right? Like all of these themes kind of play on to like what you're going to see in this video as we go through. So stock number two is ONDS, Ondas. And this is aerial and ground defense intelligence with a $140 billion market opportunity. The market cap of this company is sitting just shy of 5 billion. So put this one on your radar, do some digging on it. I know it's got a lot of hype from retail. Some people shy away from it, but the White House is telegraphing that this is going to be potentially a big player. Now, the next play is MP Materials. This is America's rare earth and magnet supply chain. Okay. And so it's vertically integrated mining with refining and permanent magnet manufacturing backed by a 10-year Pentagon partnership and commitment. The U.S. Department of Defense also invested $400 million into this company that's sitting right around, 11 billion. It is ticker MP. So I would highly encourage you guys to look into this and add it to your watch list, do some digging. And that is what I'm trying to do here in this video. I'm trying to just give you guys enough, ammunition here to go do your own research, right? So number four is GFS, Global Foundries. U.S. semiconductor infrastructure, specialty foundry powering AI, physical AI, and next-gen optical connectivity. Around a $26 billion company, U.S. government awarded GFS up to $1.5 billion in CHIPS Act, direct funding, right? And again, all of these stocks that we're going through, they have some type of connection and funding from the powers that be, right? Like this is how you have to invest in today's society. Use the information that's out there, right? Find these plays that not a lot of people are uncovering and get to them early. Now, INFQ. This is the next one. This is a $3 billion company right now, INFQ. And these are all weekly charts, by the way, that we're looking at. But INFQ, really fascinating. Full stack quantum computers, RF sensing, atomic clocks, navigation, targeting a global quantum technology market projected at around 60 to 100 billion by 2035. Now, this one in particular could be a little bit longer term play. If you guys, look at my stocks channel and what my plan is with this channel, it's to talk about the next generation of companies. And it's all in these areas that we mentioned, AI, defense, quantum, power, grid infrastructure, robotics, all of these emerging technologies. This one might be a little bit further out, but INFQ certainly one that should be on your radar. All right, we're halfway home right now. We got to talk about Nibius. Now, you guys know that I'm pretty bullish on a lot of these neo clouds. I still think Nibius is a massive player here. I actually have exposure to some of the other ones too: Iron, Cypher, and TerraWolf. CoreWeave and Nibius get a lot of attention. They're all kind of slightly different in some ways too, but Nibius, it's full stack AI cloud and hyperscale GPU infrastructure positioned perfectly around this massive AI compute demand. I think there are more than, just the Nibius and the CoreWeaves. Like I mentioned, Iron, IREN. I think that's a really interesting player. Cypher as well, and TerraWolf. I have exposure to all of these. I really like the Neo Cloud space. Now, the next one, it's going to be controversial, I think, for some, but SpaceX. A lot of people don't want to touch this company yet. It was supposed to continue dumping when it came down to like 105, but it did the exact opposite. It reversed field and started going the other way. And it kind of threw people for a loop. Now, this is a massive company, 1.86 trillion, but I'm not betting against Elon Musk, right? I've started dollar cost average. I'll gladly buy it under 100 if we go to 80, like a lot of people are saying. Great, that's fine. But reusable rockets, satellite broadband, Star Shield, and lunar infrastructure. I mean, come on. The U.S. Space Force awarded SpaceX a contract with an anticipated value of around $6 billion for 28 national security launches, which is pretty insane. The next one is AAOI. This is stock number 10. We've got one more after this, but Applied Optoelectronics. That is the company. So this is an AI data center optics play, and it's U.S. photonics manufacturing, optical transceivers addressing the bandwidth bottleneck inside AI data centers. Very specific, kind of picks and shovel type of play, but I absolutely love it. I think it's going overlooked. And lastly, we'll get to the final name here. It is KTOS. And this is a low-cost combat drones company, propulsion, hypersonics, missile defense, counter UAS systems built around the rising U.S. defense spending that is only escalating. And Kratos recently received $156 million grant from the U.S. government, or $156 million directly from the U.S. government for counter UAS contracting. So listen, I think all 10 of these plays are worth looking into. And that is what I'm trying to do on this channel, is give you guys plays. So hopefully you got some value here. Let me know your thoughts. What am I missing? I'd love for you guys to comment down below some stocks that you want to see me do some deep dives on. Be happy to do that. This video was more or less get out a bunch of information for you so you can go do some digging and research, see if any of these fit your portfolio structure. But appreciate you all for watching. Let me know your thoughts down below. We'll see you all in the next video.